Does anybody know for the autopilot, is there certain altitudes, only certain altitudes that it'll take as a reference altitude?
Shouldn't be. Tension. F2. F1. F2. F1.
Dodge 24, Dark Star, Bra, 052, 4200 at 25,000, flanking.
F2. Tension. F1. Shoot.
Okay, there's a friendly 360, 30 miles, Angels 20.
F7. F5.
Dark Star, Dodge 24, request picture. Dodge 24, Dark Star, single group at bullseye 002, 450 at 25,000.
Okay. Copy. Roger. Yep.
What's the range in Trackwell skin
Alrighty.
for the
Yes, sir.
Phoenixes?
Depends.
STT is the longer max range, right? Utilization.
Yeah. I don't know how much of a range difference it makes, but
Roach, are you heading straight in? I just want to make sure I can differentiate you from the Iranians.
I'm just now taxiing to the runway.
Okay.
I had to wait for INS again. Still not sure what I did that made all that beeping.
F10. How far am I from? Okay, I got a ways to go. F1. F1.
Yep. Okay.
Dodge 24, Dark Star, Bra, 065 for 170 at 25,000, flanking.
F10. F1.
Bandit 025, 50 miles,
Dark Star,
2,500.
065 for 170 at 25,000, flanking.
Yep.
Dodge 24, Dark Star, Bra, 065 for 160 at 25,000, flanking. Dodge 24, Dark Star, Bra, 066 for 160 at 22,000, flanking.
Aye, man.
Dodge 24, Dark Star, Bra, 012, 440 at 12,000, flanking. Dodge 24, Dark Star, Bra, 068, 170 at 23,000, flanking.
Okay. He's locked. Target, 36 miles.
Dodge 24, Dark Star, Bra, 069, 160 at 21,000, flanking.
I lost lock.
Fuck.
Fight's on.
Dodge 24, Dark Star, Bra,
Roger.
009,
Nothing to do, man.
15,000, flanking.
Wilco. Got lock. What? I lost the lock. Copy that. He's locked. Target, 27 miles. I'm picking up nails on the nose. Lost the lock. Not able. Wilco. Got him STT. That's a Tomcat. Target, 18 miles.
Pop-up group, 011, 418 at 500, hot.
Target, 12 miles.
Well, apparently the F4 is
I
freaking
lost
left.
lock.
Dodge 24,
Let's do this.
pop-up group, 030, 410 at 1,000, hot. Dodge 24, Dark Star, pop-up group, 072, 160 at 1,000,
Spike on our nose, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock.
Dodge 24, Dark Star, merged.
Spike, 10 o'clock. Missile, 11 o'clock. Hot. Missile, 10 o'clock. Hot.
Whoops.
Flash, 10 o'clock. The bandit is down.
That was kind of squirrely.
Had the wrong fucking missile selected.
I spiked my G's up to 9.5.
I'm gone.
I got you with the Sidewinder?
Yeah.
You saw the other ones coming, but they just let you know I was out there, didn't they?
Dark Star, pop-up group, 073,
Yeah, they drove me into the notch. I couldn't point at you.
hot.
Oh, and the timing was impeccable. And yeah, having a AI Rio is a challenge.
No, that Rio wasn't my challenge.
No, I'm at my
challenge
case.
was,
Your timing was great on, when you were notching and everything else. So what missile did you fire, or were you trying to fire?
I was trying to fire a Phoenix, and I had nothing selected. So.
Oh, well, you almost got me with those 2 missiles, because by the time I knew where you were, but it didn't click where you really, you know what I mean, where you were, or how exposed I was, until he called the missiles, and then I turned, dove, and then turned back in. I saw the missiles. That's how close they were. I think I dove them into the water.
Yeah, I got them off later than I intended to.
That was
Looks like nails, 10 o'clock.
Are you back in the air, or is that another 14 out here?
It's not me.
I got another 14 at 10 o'clock. Yeah, I put two Phoenixes and a Sparrow at you. And I think the Sparrow was probably the one you were really worried about.
Dude, these F4s must have burned out all their fuel because they freaking returned the base.
They will do that.
Just as I was engaging them, they freaking
Hightailed it.
evaded and then freaking bugged out.
User entered your channel.
I was hoping to sucker a few more missiles out of you before you got that close.
No, that was yep. I knew the Phoenixes were only going to be a decoy.
068 Fort 130 at 2000 knots.
To give you an idea, I only had two Phoenixes, 2 Sparrows, and Sidewinders.
User in your channel timed out. User entered your channel.
I still got plenty of gas, but lower on. I don't have any standoff ordnance. I can come.
Suck enough missiles off of you.
What's that?
I was saying also maybe I did sucker enough missiles off of you.
Yeah, like I said, I only had 2 Phoenixes, 1 Sparrow, and some Sidewinders. That's all I brought. So you got 3 missiles off. I basically brought enough knowing I was going against 1 ship, But
It looks like F4s are taking back off, but I'm going back for fuel, so.
But I'll hang out here. Of course, I'm pretty darn close.
Yeah, I'm letting the dogs out right now, and then I'll be back in.
Well, actually, yeah, if it's going to be a while, I'll probably just RTB, because I want to spend a little bit of time with the wife.
065 Fort 140 at 6000 knots.
By the way, it should have been streamed so you can see my perspective and how bad I was. Chat window. Chat window.
Yep, you're streaming now.
Dodge 24, Dark Star, Bra, 064, Fort 150 at 7000, flanking.
We're using QNH, right? 30.31.
Affirmative.
Even though the frame rate's lower, the Oculus mirror stream is much better than the Narrow VR.
Yeah, I also did lock it to 30. I could probably try to go 60, but I don't know if I'll have the bandwidth and everything else. I'm going to be way too fat to land.
Light the fires.
F2.
You're way up there. I'm still 130 miles northeast of Cary.
F1. There you go. How's that? F2. F1. I'm dumping, yeah, end burner on fire, and boy, that gas sure is coming down.
Hey, do we have a default radio channel set for the Stennis?
Yeah, it's in the briefing. 1275.
What is that though? Do you have them programmed as presets, or you gotta manually put it in?
You got to manually put it in, but you can also tell Jester to do it for you.
User disconnected from your channel.
F2.
Also, I'm seeing in the
F1.
SLS474X BRC, and then the Shell 261 TACAN. I don't see
If
that
you
one.
go down for it, doesn't tell you. It should be in there. Also, you can just tell Jester to do it.
Oh, CVN. Well,
F2.
that says CVN 74 for blanked out.
F1.
Yeah, it's not in there. It is 1275 though.
You know, flying all this, you know, doing all this stuff made me realize you remember the scene in Top Gun, like the ending scene where he says, you know, what's their range when they get engaged, and he's like, I was over like 150 miles or something, and he said, oh, you know, if they get under 100 miles or whatever, launch the whatever, and Maverick takes off and is like instantly in the dogfight.
Yeah, he's like Maverick Supersonic. I'll be there in 30 seconds. Yep.
Yeah.
He's
like, that's more like
7
hypersonic,
o'clock.
man.
Super duper sonic.
Maybe if you're in a Blackbird at freaking 80,000 feet, 100,000 feet, whatever that thing goes to. I don't know what made me think of that the other day.
I love that the altimeter in this has a much more sane amount of movement needed to set it than the Hornet.
Oh yeah.
Hornet takes like an hour.
So when do you know the Mach needle? To look at the Mach needle over the or over the inner needle. Because I'm getting it, because it says I'm doing Mach point, but about Mach point 8.5. But the inner needle says I'm doing 300 knots.
That's because at your altitude and temperature and density, 300 knots is Mach 0.8.
The answer that puts forth more questions is both are important. The short answer is high altitude Mach, low altitude indicated airspeed.
Yeah. It's just trippy how freaking that whole thing, how they set this up, how it slides.
I'm
You got
showing
the inner
nails
and
10
the outer.
o'clock.
Yeah, it took me a little bit to get used to it, but I love it now.
I want to figure out how to set these references, because I noticed the references, well, they move because the whole thing slides, but I know how to set up the left. How do you set up the right, the low speed there, low airspeed reference? Because if you just turn it, it changes the high airspeed, the Mach reference.
Click it, then turn it.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Probably because I'm an idiot. God damn, are these F4s freaking chasing me? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they definitely will. Once you harass them, they come after you.
Oh yeah, they're coming way out, dude. They're out past freaking they're almost to the Tumb Islands, or they're coming through the Tumb Islands. They're still 36 miles behind me.
F2.
They're gonna end up running out of gas trying
F2.
to catch up to me.
F2. F1.
Now we left those one
Will they
wires
run
on the
themselves out of
workup.
gas?
They'll RTB before they run out.
Yeah, it was a shitty approach, but one wire will. I need to do this in the morning when I'm awake and alert and can focus on some technique.
Oh shit, man, they're getting closer.
F2.
That you next to me now?
F1.
Avers isn't on here anymore.
Huh. Oh, when did you get down, Buzz?
Just landed. It was a shitacular approach down to a one wire. It was like looking okay, looking okay, looking okay, looking okay. Shit. I just got to go up and spend a lot more time in the morning when I'm awake.
I don't have the gas to turn on this guy and freaking make it back to the ship at the same time.
Go to the tanker. Well, that was...
Yeah, that probably won't end up so well.
I think this is only track number 7, or trap number 7, so I need to go and spend some more time.